Okay, ready? Here we go. Tots Maybe. My name is Wilfred Scott. I prefer Grandpa or Uncle. Today we will share a little bit of our history that has been in my heart since October 5th, 1977. To begin with, the Treaty of 1863 created our current reservation, and although numerous headmen living within the reservation signed that treaty, those living outside refused to sign it and refused to move on to the reservation. Consequently, General Howard would order all those living outside the boundaries to move on within 30 days, or he would send his troops to drive them on. Very harsh words, but that's the way they conducted themselves in them days. The Joseph band had completed their move from their homelands in Olao Valley. They were camped on Tolo Lake when a couple of their young warriors decided to avenge the death of their father, who had been killed by a settler. They went down and couldn't find that particular settler. They killed others. And because of that action, the Nez Perce War of 1877 started. I refer to it as the summer of 1877. Following the initial battle at Whitebird, our people, our ancestors, would travel all the way into Montana, across the Lolo Trail, down the Bitterroot Valley. They met a lot of settlers in Montana. They traded with them. They even bought ammunition from them. They figured that they were in Montana. The war they were started in is in Idaho. They figured they were safe. They were going to go on to the Crow country, who were their friends, and reside there. But at daybreak on August 9th, the soldiers committed their surprise attack against the sleeping Nez Perce. Their orders were to shoot into the teepees at low ground level, thereby killing as many Nez Perces as possible. That was their orders. In them days, the Army would carry out orders that would be unacceptable in today. No prisoners were to be taken. Many of their leaders were to be executed. That's what our ancestors faced. Each year since October 1977, we have traveled to and conducted memorials at the 3 sites that have been designated by the tribe as Memorial Days. Plus, we have been to 14 other sites. Each gathering includes, but is not limited to, the posting of the Eagle staff, historical on-site review, traditional pipe ceremony, empty saddle ceremony, traditional 7-drum ceremony, and then telling of stories by our people who want to share the stories their ancestors went through. Call that storytelling. The microphones is always kept open throughout the memorial for people to tell their stories honoring their ancestors. New stories relating to their suffering are shared each year at the battlefields and other sites along the summer of 1877 trail. In closing, each memorial has taught and reminds us how our ancestors suffered the loss of their loved ones, their property, their freedom during the summer of 1877. This coming Friday, we will be there to honor them at the Big Hole. They will be there also to thank us for remembering them. Each year, I'm always honored by the attendance of so many of our people. Many of them have researched their family trees that they probably would never have done without the memorials. And that's the way I got started. I started reading books. And what I came across, I didn't come across much in my family tree, but in my wife's family tree, there was all kinds of stories. Her great grandmother and both her great grandfathers went through the whole war, from Whitebird all the way to Canada. And I tell a lot of them stories at the different sites. So those of you that are coming to Big Hole, I really hope that you have certain stories that you've researched and that you'll be able to share them with the people. That's part of your life, part of your history. Be proud of it. Kite say out, yeah.